Welcome to the software journey with GKey. Data warehousing concepts with real-time interview questions and answers. Lesson number 9.1. What are conformed, role-playing, jink and degenerated dimensions and slowly changing dimensions, different types in dimensional modeling.
In this part of training, we are going to discuss about the types of dimension tables which are available in data warehousing. Here, I am going to use AdventureWorks 2019 sample database tables to explain these concepts. AdventureWorks is a Microsoft sample database used for BI or data warehousing trainings. Common data warehouse dimension tables are: first one is conformed dimension, then role-playing dimension, and slowly changing dimensions, which are type 0, 1, 2, 3, and degenerated dimension, jink dimension, shrunken dimension, inferred dimension, out trigger dimension, static stacked dimension, hierarchy dimension. And we'll start with conformed dimension. In this class, we'll discuss about 5 dimensions, and the next class we are going to discuss about the remaining 5. First, we'll start with conformed dimension. The conformed dimension is a dimension that is shared across multiple fact tables in data warehouse. In AdventureWorks database, dim product used by fact reseller sales, fact internet sales, fact product inventory sales. These 3 are the fact tables, and dim product is the dimension table which is used among all these 3 fact tables. Dim date used across all fact tables. Coming to the diagram, this is a dim date diagram, like table, that is dimension table used across fact internet sales and fact reseller sales. Let us see these things practically in SSMS, that is SQL Server Management Studio. There we can see AdventureWorks tables. This is the AdventureWorks DW 2019 like database which I downloaded. It will be available in internet, wherever you can go and download and you can use. Here I just have taken only fact internet sales and fact reseller sales fact tables, and this dimension table has been connected. Here you can see the properties. These are the, by using ship date and dim date, these 2 tables are joined. In the same way, coming to the dim date and fact internet sales, dim date, ship date, by using these keys, these 2 fact tables are sharing the same dimension table, that is called a dim dimension table. In this way, a dimension is shared across more than one fact table, then that is called conformed dimension. And coming to the next dimension type, that is a role-playing dimension. A single dimension table used for multiple roles in a fact table. Coming to the AdventureWorks example, dim date used as order date key, ship date key, due date key in fact internet sales. Coming to the diagram, role-playing dimension from the dim date like dimension table, order date, ship date and due date. These are the 3 keys which are used to connect to a fact internet sales. Let us see these things practically. See, this is the fact internet sales and this is the dim date. Like here, fact internet sales is one of the fact table. I'm just for the convenience, I'm just removing the table here. Dim date along with fact internet sales. How it got connected, let us see. I'm just making show arrange tables. I got arranged this fact internet sales and this is the dim date. There are 3 relationships which are available here. You can see these relationships, and I can click on any relationship, get into the properties, this ship date and dim date, and in the same way you can go for another relationship and properties here, due date key. Like that, for the third relationship you'll be having another ship date key. Like this, there are 3 keys which are connected between fact internet sales fact table and dim date dimension table. In this way, a dimension is connected with 3 keys or more keys with a fact a table, then that is called role playing dimension. That means a single dimension table used for multiple roles in a fact table. That is order date, ship date and due date. These are the 3 keys from dim date which is connected to fact internet sales fact table. I think you got some idea about a role playing dimension. Next we'll see the slowly changing dimensions. This is one of the most prevalent and important concept that we have to see. Here SED type 2 is far more important to discuss here. Here there are different types of SEDs. First one would be SED 0, SED 1, SED 2, SED 3. That is, SED means slowly changing dimensions. The dimension tables which used to slowly changes in their behaviors. SED 0, no changes stored. For example, for a dimension table, if any change occurs, it will not maintain the changes to be stored. Coming to the SED type 1, it overwrites old data. That means if you have a previous record, if you get any new record on the same transaction, it will overwrite the last transaction, it will maintain the current thing. And coming to the SED type 2, which keeps the historical versions. That means, let us see in this example, the customer key, this is like a surrogate key. Here customer ID is 2001 we are having. This is the email ID, city, start date, end date and is current. That means this customer ID or he was with this, the customer with the ID 2001 was there in Denver in these dates like 2020, 2022. That means next after this, after some time, he has been shifted his city to Seattle. That means Denver to Seattle. Now here he is having start date and end date is null. That means this is the current record. That means currently this customer is staying in Seattle and previous record also is current as given to 0. That means start date and end date is going to be given for this previous record, and this current record there won't be end date. Why? Because this person is currently living here. In this way, SED type 2 maintains the previous and current history of a particular customer. For any business requirement, SED type 2 maintains the historical versions, whereas SED type 3, it stores limited history. For example, if a customer was there in 10 locations, SED type 2 maintain all the 10 locations, whereas SED type 3 will maintain the current and the previous only. That means SED type 3 maintains limited history. Only last 2 locations or 3 locations it is going to maintain, whereas SED type 2 it maintains all the history, whereas SED 1 it overwrites. For example, if this Seattle has been he changed from Denver to Seattle, the Seattle is going to be overwrite on Denver for SED type 1. SED type 0, there won't be any changes. In this way, slowly changing dimensions are one of the most important concepts which are going to maintain the history of particular transactions. As we discussed, there are SED 0, SED 1, SED 2 and SED 3 which are available for slowly changing dimension tables. Here, by using AdventureWorks, dim customer tracks name changes, address changes, email updates, whereas AdventureWorks uses SED type 2 with start date, end date and status flags. Here like start date, end date, like status flag whether it is 0 or 1. In such a way, dim customer is a table in AdventureWorks that you can see. If is there any table like that, otherwise you can add a table. This is dim customer is the table. This is the table. Based on that, as we discussed, these are going to be stored here. That name changes, address changes and email changes in the dim customer. And coming to this slide, we are going to discuss about degenerate dimension. A dimension value stored inside the fact table. It doesn't have a dimension table. That means It is a dimension table, but it stores in a fact table. In AdventureWorks, fact internet sales, sales order number, sales order line number, these are degenerated dimensions. A dimension value stored inside the fact table. Sometimes dimension values are also stored in the fact table. They are called degenerated dimensions. Sales order number, sales order line number in fact internet sales. Let us see, this is the fact internet sales table. Sales order number, this we can say as degenerated dimension table. From fact table, this is generated separately, and sales order number it maintains in the fact internet sales. Sales order number in fact internet sales. I'm just trying to delete this one. See, this is the column that we are having here. Sales order number or sales order line number. This will be like degenerated values which are stored in fact internet sales fact table instead of a separate dimension table. And coming to the fifth dimension type, that is jink dimension. Jink dimension stores low cardinality attributes. Low cardinality attributes from fact tables in one combined dimension. In AdventureWorks, from fact reseller sales, promotion flag, order flag, and currency indicator, these can be stored in a dim sales flags. It is like a jink dimension. Jink dimension example, dim sales flags, flag ID, promo flag, order flag, and discount flag. Most of the jink dimension they used to maintain the flag values, whereas fact internet sales in AdventureWorks they used to maintain these things. Then if these values are stored separately, then that dimension we can call it as a jink dimension. I think you got some idea about the first 5 dimension tables. In the next class we are going to discuss about the next 5 dimension tables. Thank you.
Follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Join the GKey community and grow your IT profession with us.